Hey guys, welcome back to another video in my series titled Ride or Die, a series where I look at the secrets, facts, and history of Disney rides in Disneyland, California. Today we're looking at Monsters, Inc. Mike and Sulley to the rescue. And if you are new to my channel, if you could give me a like and hit that subscribe button down below, I would greatly appreciate it. So, let's get started. Originally, when DCA opened on February 8th, 2001, there was a completely different ride in the space of Monsters, Inc. Mike and Sulley to the Rescue. Before it was Mike and Sulley to the Rescue, it turned into Superstar Limo, which turned into one of Disney's biggest flops of all time. The ride only lasted a few months until it was shuttered up. Originally, Superstar Limo was supposed to be a half dark ride, half family-friendly roller coaster that went through the streets of Hollywood, racing away from the paparazzi. However, unfortunately, after Disney created this concept plan, in August 1997, Princess Diana unfortunately died in a limo accident while trying to speed away from paparazzi. So Imagineers were faced with a tough decision because they did not want to disrespect her legacy, but also they had this initial idea of a ride before she unfortunately passed away. Eventually, Imagineers came up with what I think is the correct choice, and they decided to scrap the idea of the ride in honor and respect to Princess Diana. They decided to slow down the ride a little bit, remove the paparazzi, and then add a little bit more jokes and almost like dad jokes to the ride, just to kind of get your interest sparked. And like I said earlier, this ride did open February 8th, 2001 with California Adventure. However, it did close the following year, January 11th, 2002. It unfortunately just didn't have the it factor of a ride. You could see that it was a little choppy just because they were trying to make a concept idea from one ride into a whole new ride. A lot of the jokes were just too cheesy and not really funny. They were just like kind of dad jokes.
Agents, execs, producers beyond, give us a sign, the green light is on.
A lot of the celebrities on the rides were a little bit of lower celebrities because they couldn't get the rights for the higher ones. So included Whoopi Goldberg, Antonio Banderas, and a few others. That spot in the Hollywood backlot remained closed for 4 years, up until 2006. Finally, on January 23rd, 2006, they opened Monsters, Inc. Mike and Sulley to the Rescue. This ride has almost the complete exact track as Superstar Limo, as well as they use a lot of the animatronics and just kind of painted them or redid the outside, and they made them into CDA agents. So a lot of the animatronics you see on the ride are the same animatronics from Superstar Limo. There's Jackie Chan kicking, and then there's a CDA agent kicking. There's another agent who is fanning out "Have you seen this child?" for Boo. Whereas on Superstar Limo, it was a person fanning out "Maps to the Stars." The similarities really are endless. It was a very quick overdraft of the ride.
Julia Roberts, manicures, knows Brad Pitt standards, and he...
But in my opinion, if I had never seen a ride-through of Superstar Limo, it's really a cute, great ride. But once you kind of see the ride-through, you kind of think, oh, they were kind of lazy with this. It's very interesting. If you guys would like to see a good ride video of Superstar Limo, I'll leave a link down below. As far as secrets go for this ride, I couldn't find too many, just because it is kind of a newer ride, and since it was kind of a lazy remodel, there isn't much else to look at. There are a couple things here or there as you're going through the ride that you can check out. When you first enter Harryhausen's, the sushi scene, there is a scent of ginger. If you take a nice big whiff, you will be able to smell ginger inside the room. Monsters, Inc. is one of several rides in Disneyland that does use an illusion trick called Pepper's Trick. You may also see this trick in with Winnie the Pooh as he's going into his dream state and on the walls, with Pinocchio as his fairy godmother shows up and then quickly disappears. They use the same Pepper's Trick in all of these rides, and it is very effective. How they do this is they use a piece of glass and then also an animatronic behind the glass that you cannot see as you're riding the ride, that will reflect off the glass and create almost an illusion that someone is floating or appeared there. So like I said, that's how they make the ghost look in the ballroom and how they're turning, underneath your Doom buggy, there are actually animatronics that are doing that. So they use this in the locker scene with Randall. I don't know where his statue is. I've looked for it every time I go on that ride. It must be behind a wall and you can't see it. But if you look, he does appear and disappear in kind of a ghostly state, and they use Pepper's illusion for that. The final scene when they are trying to get to Boo's door, they do use a couple mirrors to make it seem like there are more doors, so it looks like you're filled with hundreds and hundreds of doors, when in fact there are only 236 doors, including Boo's. Still a great amount, but it does look like there's a lot more in that room, but they just use that illusion with the mirrors. In the same room, at the end, some of the doors are actually screens, so you may be visited by the Abominable Snowman or any of the other characters from the movie. The doors will open up and you'll get a little surprise. It does change at the end of every ride. And something I noticed while watching the Superstar Limo ride through is Superstar Limo used to take a picture, and you'd be able to see that picture on screens while you're still on the ride towards the end. Well, on Monsters, Inc. Mike and Sulley to the Rescue, Roz can always talk to you. She'll say, for example, like, oh, I like your ears, the person sitting in the back. Or if you take a picture of her, she'll respond. Or sometimes if you talk to her, she will respond back.
Hello, humans. Young lady in the third row. Hey, you left the lens cap on. Ha! Just kidding. Cheese.
It just kind of depends on the time of day and how busy they are and everything. But she is interactive. If you do talk to her, it is someone answering back to you. It isn't just like a pre-made script. And I've learned that they use the cameras from Superstar Limo. They use those pictures to take a picture of the ride. Now they're using that camera to see the ride vehicle so Roz can respond to you and hear you. And my final trick for today is please, 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 I've said it on one of my last videos, but please use Buddy Pass for this ride. If you're in a party of 2, it's perfect. If you're in a party of 6, still works. If you're a party of 10, if you're a party of 1, it still works, because if you do not care if you're sitting in the same car as your party, you can skip the whole entire line. By doing this, you go up to the cast member that's at the front of the queue, and you ask them, are you guys doing Buddy Pass for the day? They'll ask you how many's in your party, and you can answer. They'll explain that you cannot sit with your whole party, but you do get to sit with one person from your party. So they'll give you as many Buddy Passes as you have pairs, and then you just go in through the exit and get right on the ride. It especially helps when you're waiting for a Fast Pass to open up and you just want to get on a ride, or if you're trying to get out of the heat, it is perfect. And that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video of Ride or Die, Mike and Sulley to the rescue. If you guys like this video, make sure to give it a like and a comment down below, and also make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Thanks!